I'm going to... At least all this has kept school interesting for the past few days.
What was that? Guess I better check this out. Here goes no. Well, that's another story.
Violator is advised to leave immediately.
Any news?
I've seen the evidence myself. He's working for those purity crusaders, the Templars, but you have nothing to worry about now. I took care of the situation.
Sounds like we will be able to relax now. Thanks for the good news. I'm glad you were able to see through the Headmaster's facade. He had the parents all fooled. I cannot wait to get some fresh air. Thanks for the good news. Thank you for your help. It's such a relief. Now things can get back to normal around here. Thank you for believing us. We tried to tell people, but they just thought it was a prank. Thank goodness Archer is where he can't hurt anyone. I never thought this hideout would become so important. I wish I could get word to my uncle. It's such a relief. Now things can get back to normal around here.
I'm in the middle of working on my lesson plans right now.
The mosque is a weapons-free zone. To enter, you must submit to a deactivation procedure. I'll transmit the encrypted safety lock byte codes to freeze all your weapons in or on your person. Upon your departure, sensors will reactivate everything you've got.
Okay.
Thank you for your compliance with these regulations. You may enter.
I saw your daughter's name in the school's recruitment database. I moved her to the accepted category.
You mean...
Your daughter's now a Tarsus girl. Check with the authorities before letting her move into the arcology, though. There's been some trouble in the city.
Mina, did you hear that?
Thanks, mister.
You don't know how much this means to us. It could save her life.
Just get some rest for now. I'm glad I could help.
I don't mind bending the rules in order to save her life. I hope nobody finds out.
Tarsus Academy? I cannot believe it.
I am not amused.
I heard they don't let the gifted students get sick. Ever. I think I'm getting better. I cannot wait to start at Tarsus. I even heard that they give you an operation to make you smarter. For free. I will not miss the school in the Medina. It is in a warehouse, and the teachers are all seekers. I will not miss the school in the Medina. It is in a warehouse, and the teachers are all seekers.
I'll pay you back someday. I promise. I hope nobody finds out.
Oh.
If you're ready to head out, just exit the area. The unlock weapons scan will automatically reactivate everything.
No more congestion, no more fatigue. Use Vitatech Cure 11.
Hey, Chicago, great tip. I let him close in and then BAM! Dropped every last one.
Glad I could help.
Hey, I don't have much in the way of a reward, but this showdown just got me a big bonus and put me in tight with the Omar. You're welcome to half. Plus, I'll throw in a little extra since you've made your own contribution to the Templar body count. Good work.
Thanks. I'm just glad things are working out for you. Keep your head down.
You don't have to worry about Leo Jankowski. The Omar are safe. Thanks for the tip. This gig is working out. One thing I can't stand is one human being who hates another human being. Know what I mean? One thing I can't stand is one human being who hates another human being. Know what I mean? The Omar are safe. Thanks for the tip.
Scan complete. You are only minimally biomodified. We can help correct this. Would you like to make a purchase?
No thanks.
As you wish.
This gig is working out.
Do what it to yourself and your family to purchase the only real Plague 11 cure.
This is a weapons-free zone. To enter, you must submit to a deactivation procedure. I'll transmit the encrypted safety lock bytecodes to freeze all your weapons on or in your person. When you leave, sensors will reactivate everything you've got.
Okay.
Thanks, you're clear to enter now. If you're ready to depart the mosque, go ahead. Scanners in the doorway will reactivate all your weapons.
Security Chief Morgan dispatched me to this location to find Dr. Nasif for questioning.
Yeah, I've got business with Layla too.
Right, but you've been working for both the WTO and Order, so the jury's still out on whether I can even trust you. I will warn you that I suspect the Order may want Nasif dead, but the WTO doesn't believe in vigilantism, and I plan to enforce the law, no matter who threatens Nasif or why. We need her alive and conscious for quick information extraction.
According to the intel I've got, the Templars have her pinned down inside this facility.
We also suspect that there are a few bots gone haywire inside.
Sounds like a walk in the park. You stay here and guard the entry. I'll find Nasif.
Good idea. By the way, Chief Morgan wanted me to give you this biomod canister. A reward for securing the mag rail plans at Mako.
Great. Pass on my thanks.
Stick with us, Alex. The WTO is good to its people.
Remember, the WTO wants Dr. Nasif alive so that she can be questioned. We think she may be holed up behind what remains of the
You
ApostleCorp
forced my
security
hand.
system.
Well, I'm doing it more than that to stop a Templar. Woo!
The WTO should crack down on these Templars.
Greetings.
proceeding with routine patrol.
I don't think you're going to want to go much further, Alex.
Who are you? And how do you know who I am?
I'm the security chief for this facility. We were alerted to your presence shortly after your arrival in Cairo.
How did you survive the raid?
Let's just say I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Kinda like you do.
So you're modified?
Yep, some of the best new tech. Probably even some stuff you don't have yet. Then again, maybe you don't need it. The Templars caught us off guard. Most everyone is either dead or captured. At least you weren't here when they attacked. Be careful. They control the whole facility. They don't pay much attention to you if you stay out of their way. They were after the leadership. They don't pay much attention to you if you stay out of their way. They were after the leadership.
I know we just deployed some troops somewhere in Europe. Germany, I think. It's possible they're going after another lab like this one.
Simpson said ApostleCorp takes unsuspecting children, runs tests on them, and starts breaking their bodies down in elementary school, like they're just animals. I've heard they've even killed people for spare body parts.
I believe it, but the Grandmaster will track down their other leaders and eliminate the organization completely. I have faith in him.
Oh man, you're taking on the Templars? Back up! That gives me strength!
Dr. Nasif should be here shortly. She's actually been working with the subjects directly, and I can hardly wait to ask her what they're like. Dr. Nasif should be here shortly. She's actually been working with the subjects directly, and I can hardly wait to ask her what they're like.
Up ahead. Dr. Nasif turned you into a lab specimen, Alex. No one will blame you for killing her.
All integrity failed. Violated this zone's security provisions.
Templar are already tearing our organization apart. The last thing we need is one of our own fishing for classified information.
You could have told me and the other trainees about the experiments.
Here you are, our biggest secret, walking straight into a deployment of Templars. Surely you've guessed. You're the next generation of the technology MJ-12 used to create JC Denton. You are the third Denton prototype, a clone of JC.
MJ-12? The offshoot of the Illuminati? This is almost unbelievable. They're the ones who started the Grey Death. I was supposed to be part of a plot to take over the world?
Until your older brother, JC, broke up their network and in the process caused the world economic collapse. When you were 5, ApostleCorp moved you and your foster parents to Chicago.
From Area 51. My parents always said we were from Palm Springs. So was JC Denton here? Is that who you're protecting?
The directors of this facility are either dead or captured. JC was never one of them, but I don't know who was running this lab. There wasn't much communication between the different cells.
That's all you know about the leaders?
I'm as ignorant as you. I did see the Paladins remove a cryogenically frozen body. Maybe that was the facility director. Maybe a botched experiment. Who knows?
So this is the end of ApostleCorp?
In Cairo, maybe so. I've been trying to reach Trier, Germany, our last hidden base, but all lines are down. I found out that the leader of that cell is a man named Tracer Tong. He's the only one who can contact JC. If you insist on tracking down our leaders, you can hire a pilot at the Pequods on level 107 and go to Trier.
Alex, no second thoughts, no violence. I'll protect Dr. Nasif myself if I have to.
The WTO wants to know some specifics about your research, Dr. Nasif, and where it's still being carried out. Tell me more about this Tracer Tong and the facility in Trier.
There's another ApostleCorp lab near the Black Gate with the usual facilities, plus one major difference. A teleportation gate that can take you to JC Denton.
Is that a unique detail?
It's the only one. Alex, I understand you're under pressure from the WTO, but you don't have to become their puppet. Get to JC and do what you can to finish this project. If you do that, it won't matter who controls this research, because the fruits of all this work will be available to everyone.
there
So
a
after the
problem?
collapse, JC went underground to, what, start his own biomod firm? From what I know, he doesn't seem like the corporate type.
I've never met the Dentons, but the story is that they realized after the collapse that no attempt to restore any form of world government was going to succeed right away. They decided instead to prepare the conditions for a new type of government.
With biomods?
A way to level the playing field between rich and poor. A society is no better than the individuals it contains. If all of them can be healthy, intellectually gifted, and self-reliant, the prospects for liberty look much better than they did early in the century.
And you buy it? You think Paul and JC are sincere?
That's what we're all told when we join. What you would have been told eventually if your training hadn't been interrupted. It sounds better than the constant bickering and warmongering between the Order, the WTO, the Templars, or the quasi-feudal powers that sprang up after the collapse.
What manners?
Having grown up poor, I appreciated the Tarsus school, and when ApostleCorp came to me and said they wanted to get rid of the Enclave mentality that keeps the rich behind walls and the poor, like my relatives in the Medina, scrabbling in the dirt, I couldn't refuse. The WTO will be here shortly to take me into custody. There's nothing more you can do here.
Good work. Chief Morgan will be pleased. We've got what we came for.
I helped complete the immune response code. Your batch of trainees may very well be the answer, the seed of 22nd century humanity. Who knows how far a new biomod architecture could go? What if mental illness and manic emotional states could be eliminated? Violent crime might disappear on its own accord. The dangers of a vast police apparatus might become a thing of the past. Play the organizations against each other, and maybe you can find an agenda of your own.
Good thing we kept the Templars from getting to her first. Good work. Chief Morgan will be pleased.
I trust you to do what's best for everyone. The WTO will be here shortly to take me into custody. There's nothing more you can do here.
Greetings.
Sid Black, how'd you end up in Cairo?
Had to get out of town pretty fast. Fortunately, this guy Leo needed a ride and could give me some fuel money.
Leo Jankowski? I went to school with that guy, briefly.
Yeah, good kid. Kind of a chip on his shoulder, though. What about you? Your eyes look a little bloodshot. Been out in the dust? You should have hired a better flyer. Someone like me could have dropped you in the city.
Maybe next time.
Wherever you want to go, I'll be right here.
I'll let you know.
A bad career move for NG, if you ask me.
Alex, you seem to have business in many different places.
Guess I'm not the only one. You still sitting in your helicopter on the landing pad?
I finished my search of Cairo. I'm ready for the next destination.
And you don't care where I'm headed. You're ready to go anywhere I decide to go.
I've decided that you might be going in the right direction.
Toward your passenger?
Perhaps. If you'd like free transportation, I'll be waiting at the landing pad outside the arcology.
I'm showing another entry for Alex D in the crime database.
What for?
You're listed as the investigator who opened a criminal probe into Tarsus Academy.
I investigated the school, but I didn't know I was part of an official operation.
The Knights Templar have found recruits in strange places. The Enclaves are very concerned about tracking their activities.
And mine too, apparently.
The WTO's surveillance policies are spelled out in the charter, in case you have any questions. Please report your findings on Tarsus to the local SSC office located on level 108. They're authorized to disburse a reward. You're one of my favorite fans, Alex. I'm ready to listen anytime you have something on your mind.
Fellow WTO citizens, look about you in the splendor of the WTO enclaves. You enjoy a higher standard of living than any.
Hey, I was just attacked by your colleagues at the Tarsus school. I think the headmaster has assembled his own private security force.
What business did you have in the school? You a parent?
Not exactly.
Then I think you have some explaining to do.
I was trying to find out what happened to the missing students.
And?
The children are in danger.
Yes, I'm listening.
The headmaster is working for some fanatical secret society, the Knights Templar. He's been tracking the more promising students and plans to eliminate them.
That's a pretty serious accusation. Do you have proof?
He has a secret office in the back where you'll find all the evidence. The students who've been targeted have gone into hiding. If you can find them, they'll also be able to corroborate the story.
We'll dispatch a crew to resolve the situation immediately. Thanks for the tip. You're entitled to an informant's reward if you're interested.
Sure.
Here you go. The credit will be invalidated if we find out that you're lying. The SSC handles security for the entire Cairo arcology.
The WTO handpicks cities for incorporation and citizens for membership. These enclave citizens then choose the best.
I'm always on, 24/7, whenever you need me.
Hello.
We just need a foothold in the Enclave. Once they get a taste of all natural coffee, they will never go back.
Wait here. I'll be right back.
Where do you want to go?
Take me to Trier, Germany.
What's in Trier?
I'm looking for somebody. That's all you need to know.
What's the name? I've been to Trier many times.
It wouldn't be wise for me to discuss it. Let's go.
As you wish. How fortunate that we found each other. We both lost someone, but now, with each other's help, maybe our luck will change. Good luck with your search. Whenever I'm looking for someone in Trier, I start at the Nine Worlds Tavern on the west side of the city. Your odyssey is beginning to intrigue me, Alex.
I heard that some of the striking workers broke into a meeting and kidnapped Her Holiness. Can you believe it? I am not a seeker, but I hope she does not get hurt. Who knows what would happen then? Meanwhile, all hell has broken loose at the Panzerwerks factory. I know the order came here to have a peaceful summit, but they had to know that a riot was possible. They cannot get the factory under control. The workers have seized the facility. Tension has been high for months. It just finally exploded. I do not think SSC is really qualified to deal with a situation like this. I know the order came here to have a peaceful summit, but they had to know that a riot was possible. They cannot get the factory under control. The workers have seized the facility.
Sorry. No access to the Black Gate without the proper clearance.
Is something going on?
Nah, it's just another part of the citywide lockdown, along with the curfews, to try to regain control after the riots broke out at Panzerwerks.
How can I get the clearance to other parts of Trier?
Wish I could help. If you have a problem with the new policies, talk to someone at the SSC station across the square.
Headquarters made it clear. No exceptions. I'm just doing my job here. Talk to someone at HQ. I'm glad I'm getting in the extra hours with this riot, but I'm ready for things to go back to normal now. I hope we hear soon that the lockdown is lifted.
No one's allowed past this point without the proper soft key ID. Sorry, no exceptions. I can't let anyone pass without the security clearance. Commander Maxwell wants the access restrictions fully enforced, and I'm not risking my job by bending the rules. We don't make the rules, we just enforce them.
Headquarters made it clear. No exceptions.
The lockdown is still in effect, so watch your step.
This is SSC headquarters for Trier. Originally, we planned for holding the summit here, the most secure location. So much for that plan. Things are pretty hectic in the HQ offices now. The SSC Executive Commander and Chairman Dumier are here. I never thought I'd meet both of them. Think I'll stay outside rather than catch any more heat for today's fiasco. This is SSC headquarters for Trier.
Live from Cairo, where the headmaster of a Tarsus Academy has been taken into SSC custody. Parents are in an uproar over the discovery that Silas Archer was actually a member of the fanatic anti-biomodification group, the Knights Templar. He has been working undercover at the school, with designs on a number of the top students. Apparently, he had orders to murder these children. Fortunately, his plan was uncovered in time.
Hi, I'm NG Resonance. One thing I can't stand is imitation. That's why I'm so uncompromising with my music, and that's why I drink Queequegs. A tall, foamy Queequepuccino makes me feel good because I know it was made from real coffee beans grown the old way, organically, by independent farmers. Pretty cool, huh? Not to mention the edge it gives me before a big show. I don't know what I'd do without my Queequegs.
Queequegs, coffee for a new generation. We would all like to feel a bit safer and more in control. Whether it's a concert where people get a little out of hand or a lonely walk home late at night, for the times when you need a little extra punch, Horde Riot Control Products gives you the Stun Prod. You can instantly interrupt the function of an assailant's nervous system, rendering him immobile, but without terminating him, releasing you from any untidy liabilities, just in case your trigger finger was a little itchy. Horde RCP, when you need a little extra punch. Live from Cairo, where the headmaster of a Tarsus Academy has been taken into SSC custody.
Hi, I'm NG Resonance.
If anybody screwed up today, it was us. Security. It's pretty exciting being a part of history. Maybe that had some of us distracted earlier. I just hope we can find a way to salvage this summit and get the two sides talking again. Nobody ever listens to me, but I think the WTO and Order should team up. You know, one side handles business, the other side self-help. There's nothing in the WTO charter against religion. No reason you can't believe in Her Holiness and still hold down a decent job. Whatever lights your fire. The important thing is to rebuild. Then we can stop fixating on the collapse and get back to normal lives. If anybody screwed up today, it was us. Security.
The commander can answer your questions. No distractions, please. Please, I'm SSC. We're responsible for security during the summit. The commander can answer your questions. Please, I'm SSC. We're responsible for security during the summit.
Name and business, please.
Alex D. Who are you?
Vera Maxwell, Executive Commander for the SSC.
For Trier?
No, globally. We're taking these summit preparations very seriously. You and the other delegates will be able to conduct your business without any distractions.
Are the leaders planning to hold a press conference or anything?
Not today, but Chairman Dumier would like to speak with you. He's in the interrogation room upstairs. Don't worry, no one's going to get interrogated. Just a safety precaution. Mr. Dumier will remain in the protected compartment for his own safety. It's true that SSC's performance so far has been less than adequate. This kidnapping has had a grave effect on Chairman Dumier. It's a powerful thing seeing a great leader stand there speechless. He was utterly shaken by the news. I had some of my best people guarding Her Holiness. I don't know what could have happened. An investigation is underway, but it's been difficult. None of my people made it back alive. We lost WTO Security Chief Donna Morgan today, too. This will probably cost me my job, but I'm going to do my best to get Her Holiness back. If you'll excuse me now, I have work to do. Please carry on with your business. It's true that SSC's performance so far has been less than adequate. I had some of my best people guarding Her Holiness. I don't know what could have happened.
just wanted to give those border freaks what they deserve. They wreck our factory and I'm the one who gets locked up. I was just trying to make it safe to work at Panzerwerks again. The Order are nothing but thieves and terrorists. SSC can put me in jail, but we are the majority. If the authorities won't solve this problem, the people of Trier will. The Order are nothing but thieves and terrorists.
Until further notice, Mr. Dumier will conduct business only from behind a secure barrier. Fair warning, we're all a little on edge. The SSC station is under high alert. They caught us with our guard down. It won't happen again. No one saw a thing. I think the kidnapping was an inside job. Fair warning, we're all a little on edge. The SSC station is under high alert.
I heard about you guys. Some sort of special ops unit, I guess. Guess you're probably here to deal with the hostage situation. I don't know why they haven't sent in one of our own security teams. I saw another special ops type, but she's assigned to Lumen and Saman. I'd like to know what that's all about. Guess you're probably here to deal with the hostage situation. I heard about you guys. Some sort of special ops unit, I guess.
Trier is your home. Surely you must have some insight into why they would kidnap your lady, Her Holiness. She is practically a patron saint in this district.
Indeed. The people here are very devout.
Was it the strikers? The Panzerwerks Union? I thought they were friends of the church.
I'm afraid that in Trier, even the most faithful are less than pleased by the appearance of their spiritual leader partnering with the WTO.
Your followers must understand the need for dialogue.
I've done my best to explain this summit to them. Frankly, it seems unlikely even to me that the church followers will ever countenance the closed, monolithic communities of the WTO. But I suppose that's a matter for the wise discretion of Her Holiness.
Yes, it is. If she is still alive.
Let's pray that she is.
I appreciate your candor, Luminon. Now, if you'll excuse me. Alex, let's talk. Meet me at the visitation room down the hall. Hello there. Alex, from the Tarsus program, right? Good work on the interrogation of Dr. Nasif in Cairo. Teleportation, is it? ApostleCorp must have a line on some alien technology.
It does sound a little far-fetched.
Well, if we're lucky, you'll be giving the portal a test drive before too long. Good to have you with us. I had my staff procure this extra biomod canister so that you might be a more effective operative.
Thanks. ApostleCorp must be a pretty serious threat to be a concern to the director of the WTO.
I've been following the ApostleCorp investigation very closely. Your loyalty in this matter would be a great asset. However, we have a more pressing crisis. Her Holiness is missing, along with my security chief, Donna Morgan. I can't be distracted right now.
Anything I can do to help?
You came to Trier looking for a certain ApostleCorp official. I need you to stay focused on that objective for right now. If I find out that one of these strikers from Panzerwerks hurt Her Holiness, though, I might have a slightly more dangerous assignment for you.
I understand.
If anything happens to Her Holiness, I don't want to imagine what will become of the older church. Whatever its shortcomings, the church has at least brought stability to a large part of the world. I was the one who convinced her it was time for a summit. Ultimately, I'm to blame. They better not hurt that woman, mark my words. Whatever its shortcomings, the church has at least brought stability to a large part of the world.
You should never have jammed those actuators at Panzerwerks and stolen that shipment of welders. Now you will pay.
I keep telling you, we stole nothing.
How stupid do you think we are? Every day we hear the order accuse Panzerwerks of poisoning the river.
We never stole from you. We only employed the necessary tactics to stop you from harming the natural order.
Enough of this garbage. We know what you did, and now you are going to regret it. I can't handle this.
I wish the violence could have been avoided. Thank you for saving me. Truly, the Order is not responsible for those deaths. Thank you for seeing the truth. An eye for an eye. It's too bad it had to end that way. I'm lucky you came along when you did. An eye for an eye.
Trier's just been a circus lately. I thought when I got this assignment it would be a quiet one. Instead, we're trying to protect world leaders, and failing. I think I'm going to ask for my old assignment back, Hell's Kitchen. Instead, we're trying to protect world leaders, and failing.
After all the equipment they wrecked and stole in the name of preserving the natural order, I do not understand why the WTO would agree to a summit with these freaks.
The Order is not so aggressive in other cities. This Saman just went extreme on them.
That is why we had to do something. This summit is useless. We need to chase them out of Trier entirely.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but yes, I am tired of paying for their crimes. Every time they mess with the plant, it comes out of my paycheck. Those Order freaks should just shut up and get real jobs. I have heard rumors Her Holiness has special powers. That has to be a myth. There were stories about sacrifices. I do not believe those, but Seekers are definitely strange. Those Order freaks should just shut up and get real jobs.
The Order. Tree-hugging pansies. They never should have messed with us. Sabotaging a botched production plant? What was I thinking? So much for their summit. So much for their summit.
Her Holiness comes to Trier to make peace, and her gesture is answered with rioting.
Panzerworks did not take kindly to our efforts to open their eyes to the harm they are causing the Earth.
What can we do? I worry for the safety of Her Holiness.
Have faith. This must be part of some greater order we cannot yet see.
Not now, friend. We are discussing the crisis. The Panzerworks factory has erupted into a riot and the violence is spreading.
I just kept one of your fellow Seekers from getting killed by a couple of thugs.
Thank you for your bravery and kindness. We're all in danger now. Panzerworks has erupted into a riot just as Her Holiness arrived in Trier to try to soothe tensions between our church members and the factory's workers.
The WTO and Order have long been at odds. Why the sudden flare-up in Trier?
We've been trying to persuade Panzerworks to stop polluting this region and restore to nature what is rightfully hers.
But don't the locals depend on the factory for jobs?
We can have jobs and sustainability at the same time. We tried to make this point in our peaceful protests, according to Luminon Saman's orders.
Didn't these protests end up shutting down the factory several times?
Some machines were damaged, but no living beings were harmed.
Still, vandalism's a crime, right?
Only if preceded by an impure motivation. However, since Saman's tactics were not working, Her Holiness came to Trier to try and reach some form of truce. Now we have no idea where she is.
Really? Maybe I should look into this.
We were only following Luminon Saman's directives. We had no idea it would come to this. It is true. We have damaged Panzerworks equipment, but we have never hurt any living being nor stolen from them. What could we possibly want to take from that abominable factory? We detest what their industry does to the land. I hope Her Holiness is safe. It is true. We have damaged Panzerworks equipment, but we have never hurt any living being nor stolen from them.
Meanwhile, we have been accused of theft, which is ridiculous. We are working to protect the Earth. We have no interest in materials or money. If they would only open their eyes. We never hurt anyone, just the machines. It's Panzerworks that started the rioting. Her Holiness came to Trier to settle this peacefully. I'm proud I did what I could to stop that factory from polluting the Earth, but I'm not a thief. These stories about Seekers stealing from the factory are just propaganda. Panzerworks refuses to see the light. Someday they will awaken.
Panzerworks finally reached their breaking point. It was bound to happen. They could only take so much needling from the Order. I don't know how they're going to settle the situation at Panzerworks. I hope no one gets hurt. There was a strike. The workers demanded improved security, but it quickly turned into a riot. A mob from Panzerworks spread into the city and went after anyone wearing an Order robe. SSC got most of the Panzerworks rioters under control pretty quickly, breaking up fights and throwing a few people in jail. That's why we're under lockdown and curfew now, trying to stamp out the last bits of the Panzerworks riot.
There are rumors about the Order, that they are growing more extreme, like a cult. Some of those stories about the Order have got to be propaganda. I don't believe that they have really resorted to dark, murderous rituals.
Meanwhile, we have been accused of theft, which is ridiculous.
How is it going?
Easy.
That riot was started by the workers, not the Order.
The workers, they just want a production bonus. But now they get nothing because the secret sabotage has pushed them off schedule.
Panzerworks bonuses are an insult. The Order is taking on the corrupt management on behalf of labor, hurting no one, only damaging machines.
Seekers, or like sneakers.
A few extreme activists, that's all. Her Holiness came here to try to settle it peacefully, and Panzerworks responds by erupting into riots.
If SSC would have shut down the Order months ago, there would be no riot, and we would not be living under lockdown now.
I can tell you what happened to your lawsuit.
Who are you? Some PR man coming to talk me out of it? I will not give in. Pequod's runs ads on the public terminal right across the street from my shop, and they don't even have a branch in Trier.
Is that illegal?
It's false advertising if the product doesn't exist, right? I would like to know why the authorities are ignoring this situation.
Pequods and Queequegs are owned by the same people. It's one company. I saw the proof in the SSC evidence room.
I don't understand.
You're suing your own company, and the owners don't want the truth to come out in court.
You mean all of this, my business, the competition with Pequods, it's all some sort of fabrication?
Well, it's not unusual for a company to promote more than one brand of a product.
Unbelievable. They've deceived millions, hundreds of millions of people. We can't let them get away with this. Thank you. You saved me the hassle of hiring any more lawyers. I hope you'll accept a small reward.
I wouldn't stick my neck out if I was you. These are powerful people.
No. How can I knowingly work for an illegal monopoly?
If the parent company is WTO chartered, it probably isn't illegal.
So I just keep working here like nothing happened?
You're just one man. It's not wise to start a war before you know your enemy.
No wonder they fix prices at headquarters. They have a worldwide monopoly. I thought Queequeg stood for something. It's one thing to mislead the customer, but shop owners too. Next we will find out that the Order and WTO are branches of the same organization. I guess it's all about casting the widest net. Thanks for getting to the bottom of this. Everything is becoming clear to me now. Thanks for getting to the bottom of this. Everything is becoming clear to me now.
Live under curfew because a bunch of tree huggers will not leave the boss factory alone. Panzerworks has tolerated the Order's eco-terrorism for a long time. They seek to sabotage Panzerworks machinery in order to hold production and allegedly protect the natural and environmental order. The Order pulls one of their stunts, and what happens to the average Panzerworks Templar? Lower pay, lower bonus, and no job security. I would be just as angry if it were my paycheck on the line every time the Order stages a protest. Sure, Her Holiness comes to town now, but it is just a show. We need action, not more talk. I will be happy when the SSC finally realizes they just need to run those seekers out of town. I will be happy when the SSC finally realizes they just need to run those seekers out of town.
Trilogy Resonance. Welcome, Alex D. Hey, you left New Cairo without seeing me perform.
Sorry, I had some business to take care of in Trier.
Just don't stand me up again. It's not very nice. So, you must be here for the summit.
In a manner of speaking.
Hoy boy, what's the matter? Don't like talking politics?
There are some things I like to keep my own counsel about.
Let's hang out again sometime. I never get tired of talking to my fans.
I heard that the summit has been delayed. I hope they can get the looting under control before they have to cancel the summit. The rioting is not going to solve anything. I hope that Panzerwerks has not done something foolish.
I love to talk politics. I love to talk politics.
I hope they can get the looting under control before they have to cancel the summit.
You must be private security for one of the factions.
Not exactly. Who wants to know?
Name's David Kurzek. These are dangerous times.
Is this a sales pitch? Why don't you get to the punchline?
I think we both know what we're talking about. I'm a representative of the Omar black market. I can arrange a meeting if you wish.
I didn't know the Omar employed non-cyborgs.
Normally I'm just a supplier, but with the summit happening, they need a rep who doesn't draw a lot of attention. Go to the abandoned Kiro shop above the Nine Worlds Tavern, a place called Derbilatenda Raba. I'll let the Omar know they should expect a customer.
So you're Mr. Kurzek. I met your partner, Mr. O'Rourke, in Seattle.
He's not my partner anymore. We ran arms for a while, but then the Omar made a better offer.
I heard that the Omar put out a contract on him.
The Omar have a way of either absorbing or eliminating the competition. O'Rourke was dipping from the Emperor's wealth, or maybe I'd have brought him along. You're either on the team, or you're off the team. Know what I mean?
Sure.
The Omar moved into Trier a few months ago. I knew I had to adapt or get out of town. When the Omar set their eyes on a particular market, they don't leave you much choice. I'm a businessman. I know how to make tough decisions. At least they haven't tried to suck out my brains and laminate my body with black latex. It's an uneasy partnership. I know that they'll dump me as soon as I'm not needed. I wonder how long the Omar will need the human race. I'm a businessman. I know how to make tough decisions.
Don't think you'll find your ApostleCorp official out sightseeing at the Blackgate Ruins, which is where the sewer leads. Regardless, it would be a shame to lose you to a pack of sewer greasers.
So much to learn.
The Nine Worlds is a no-weapon zone, strictly enforced since the riots.
So you want me to disarm in the middle of a war zone?
No, you've just got to consent to the standard deactivation procedure before entry. I'll transmit the encrypted safety lock bytecode, which will effectively freeze all your weapons. Sensors at the exit will automatically reactivate everything you're carrying when you leave.
Here you go.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on in.
Time again for a talk bullet! In the bullseye today, Chairman Dumier of the WTO. Welcome, Chairman. I admire what you've done for the world community.
Hi, Brett.
You've proven once and for all that a sound economic infrastructure establishes confidence, trust, and a good life for everyone. Why demean yourself by negotiating with a religious cult?
Well, Her Holiness is a woman who...
I'm embarrassed for you, Chairman. Seriously, you're kneeling before con artists. I'm turning red. Look at me. I'm turning red just thinking about it.
I'm a diplomat, Brett. Her Holiness and I...
Take my advice and call the whole thing off. Encourage them, and you just make the church into a bigger problem. Mark my words. I'm afraid that's all the time we have. A pleasure, as always. This has been another Talk Bullet!
For the first time in decades, meteorologists are detecting a dissipation in nanite swell 11. In the history of the 14 nanite pollution clouds globally, no natural disintegration has ever been observed. 5 years ago, there was a significant shift in swell 9, but that was caused by El Nino. Most predictors seem to indicate that all of the nanological clouds were permanent after effects from environmental damage done in the wake of the collapse. This unexpected change is great news for the citizens of Old Cairo, who had grown accustomed to the permanent haze which was suspected by many to be the cause of the higher incidence of certain diseases in the Medina.
Panzerwerks. It's not just a name, it's a commitment. To security, to safety, and most of all, to the community. Our facility in Trier provides more than half the population of the city with the jobs they can be proud of. The production of bots, from security grade to military level, helping to keep the world safe. Right now we're expanding production, so we're looking for new faces. You might be the next vice manager in charge of servo receptors or armor arc welder technician 3. Submit your application today.
Time again for a Talk Bullet! In the bullseye today, Chairman Dumier of the WTO. Welcome, Chairman. I admire what you've done for the world community.
I provide defense, should the need arise. Traders handle the business. Your business is with the trader. Evidence of hostility will be met with force. We are interested in business opportunities with your kind, but be warned. We will take action against those who might threaten or cheat us. Scan complete. Your systems contain impressive innovations. Scans reveal an excellent foundation for biomodification. You are only beginning.
Ah, yes. It appears Kerzak has found us another customer.
Yeah, he told me where to find you.
And the Omar are grateful to you for your help in avoiding the Templar raid in Cairo.
I did what I had to do.
You will appreciate our merchandise. You are a welcome customer, having helped us in the past.
What are you selling?
I have a black market biomod canister. Enables non-piezochem functionality. If you choose this item, we will direct you to a drop site for it after you have paid. Or you could take 3 scrambler grenades which produce viral electronic transmission that affect bots and temporarily switches their alliances. And I also have 5 multi-tools used to bypass security devices like keypads, cameras and turrets, and to pick locks. As a preferred customer, you may purchase items at half market price.
I'll take the multi-tools.
Awaiting payment.
Wait, I've got to make room.
I suggest you manage your behavior wisely.
Would you like to make a purchase?
I'll take the multi-tools.
An excellent exchange. Would you like to make a purchase?
The black market biomod sounds like a deal. I'll take it.
The drop site is the Blackgate Ruins, West Tower, top floor, in an unmarked silver footlocker.
Got it.
An excellent exchange.
Said Black, how'd you end up in Trier?
This way and that. Thought I could catch some business when the summit breaks up. Seen the sights yet? Don't mind doing local hops in between stock beer.
How much?
Any hops during the next 24 hours, just 50% more than the going rate for one hop. You can't beat that in this market.
I'll let you know. You sure you locked up?
Noah Guevara has been in my family for 3 generations. I've been locking up since I was a boy.
I told you, those weapon mods are stolen. They don't belong in a display case on the side of the road.
Onward, order
The last
soldiers.
place the sorties will look is the Noah Guevara shop. I am a respected businessman.
I'll just be glad when we can make the drop for the Omar.
You must be in town for the summit. I have lived here all my life. Trier has seen a lot of history, but nothing like this. I guess Her Holiness and Chairman Dumier think that if they can make peace in Trier, they can make peace anywhere. People here have pretty extreme views, one way or the other. If you are Order, you are fundamentalist. You want to blow up anything that has wires or moving parts. If you are WTO, you want everybody working in the factory. The rest of us are caught in the middle. I closed up shop and came in here. I decided it would be safer.
We're having a private conversation. Hey, back off. Hey, back off.
Enjoy your stay.
A member of the Order. Are you with the summit?
Certainly not. I live here in Trier. Seekers here don't care very much for this notion of a summit.
Why not?
We have heard Luminon Samon's call for a return to scripture. In this shard, we read the scripture, the original word of Her Holiness, not what she says for the camera today, or tomorrow, or 2 weeks ago.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? That's exactly the attitude that opens the door to tyranny in a free state. Remembering only what was said on the last talk show. What's the value of a free press when attention spans are so short?
I was just curious about the summit. Sorry to interrupt.
Her Holiness and Chairman Dumier are making a business deal. It may bring money, it may bring power, but it won't bring balance into the lives of ordinary people. If Her Holiness thinks she can put us all into a great pre-collapse wealth-making machine, she must think she's a god. Saman understands that the human body is no machine. The lesson of the collapse is that we need to learn to live as human beings. An economic system designed for millions of people soon begins to live for its own sake. Social machinery is no less harmful to the human organism than biomodification, cybernetics, nanite plagues, and the other modern evils rightfully denounced by Luminon Saman. Enough talk. It only makes me angry.
Strangers welcome. Just don't make any speeches. Ever since the strike at Panzerwerks, people have been treating my business as their own private amphitheater. A lot of pretty phrases flying around, but it's all about one thing. Money. The hypocrisy is suffocating. The rich drone on about opportunity and growth. The poor paw at little scraps of propaganda. In most order, balance, cheetah, cheetah, cheetah. What a farce. Everybody just wants an easy life. Who can argue with that? This summit is just a giant photo op for certain personalities. Strangers welcome. Just don't make any speeches.
I came here hoping to relax.
I have lived here all my life. Trier has seen a lot of history, but nothing like this.
Saman understands that the human body is no machine.
Alex D. A welcome encounter.
How's the search coming?
I've made some discoveries. I think that you've brought me to the right place.
What's the passenger's name?
My instructions forbid me to say.
Maybe I could help if I knew who it was.
You've been very helpful already. My computer analyzed the transceiver in your temporal bone and found some interesting data files.
Those are encrypted files.
I found the keys some time ago. I will be using your eyes and ears to gather more data. As compensation, if you need a pilot for any reason, I will be available.
I don't like being spied on.
Your notions of privacy are old-fashioned. It was a love of privacy that brought on the collapse. A love of secrets, plans, and personal possessions.
I still don't like being spied on.
Perhaps I'm too aggressive, but a society in which everyone understands everyone else is something I think we all should strive for.
How about I bug your chopper and make this learning process go both ways?
Very soon we will be connected. A great advance will change what it means to be human, and there will be no further need to conceal information. But that world is not yet here. My chopper is ready when you are.
I'll check back when I need a pilot.
Alex D., you're the last one to arrive. I suppose that, like the others, you're after my laboratory in the gateway to J.C. Denton.
Your tracer, Tong.
I see that Dr. Nasif didn't exaggerate about your mental acuity. Yes, I'm Tong. I suppose you will be wanting some answers. You may have already guessed that your true name is Alex Denton.
Dr. Nasif was telling the truth. I'm a clone of J.C. Denton.
With a few postnatal recombinations, yes. But our work has moved away from clones.
So this gateway, I can use it to find J.C. Denton?
Yes. Beneath the ruins of the Black Gate, J.C. constructed a portal to his secret base in Antarctica. Only descendants of the Denton cell line can go through. However, the facility is already in the hands of the Templars.
Did the Templars use the portal? How could they unless one of the other trainees...
Unless the Templars have already convinced one of you to go through the gate and murder J.C. Exactly. At a minimum, they have a highly placed spy who has torn apart our organization, starting with Chicago.
What else do you know about this spy?
Whoever it is also helped the Templars kidnap Her Holiness during a meeting with the Panzerworks Union. They are holding her at the Black Gate Laboratory. I'm going to give you a code to a secret entrance, which is in a room on the second floor of the East Tower, 2521. Look for a keypad hidden behind some crates.
For all you know, I'm a Templar myself.
Then ApostleCorp has already lost everything. Rescue Her Holiness. Save the summit for the sake of both factions. They will help you against the Templars. You will need the help of the WTO in order just a little while longer.
I understand.
Here's something to give you an edge. A biomod infusion. It isn't much, but it's all I managed to grab on my way out of the laboratory. The time is coming when you will have to choose sides, Alex. Be careful of the other trainees. They won't necessarily see things the way you do. All of our secrets are contained in the cells of your body, but no one will be able to make use of them without JC's help. During the collapse, JC had little choice other than exile. The merger with the Helios AI was unstable. He needed a safe place to retire, where we developed a more compatible biomod architecture. I'm curious about what you will find in the laboratory. Perhaps Her Holiness has learned something about the Templar plans. I'm curious about what you will find in the laboratory. Perhaps Her Holiness has learned something about the Templar plans.
Dumier of the WTO here. So you found that old fool Tracer Tong. I would like to know what you were talking about. Please report to the Trier SSC station.
I talked to Tracer Tong. He says that Her Holiness is being held by the Templars.
Interesting. Is he sure? We've noticed some Templar activity on the north side of town.
The ApostleCorp laboratory is underneath the Black Gate. That's where she's being held.
I'm glad you are willing to betray Tong's confidence.
He said I should get your help. Perhaps we all have a common enemy now.
Not likely. Tong always has an ulterior motive, at least where I am concerned. You have my authority to attempt to arrest you, but stay away from that old fool. He will lure you into the criminal underworld.
I'll keep that in mind.
Here's a key to the gate in the courtyard. Like I said, the facility is on the north side of the city. If anything happens to Her Holiness, I don't want to imagine what will become of the older church.
impressive work taking down that bot. Maybe Panzerworks mechs aren't all they're cracked up to be. Now I can breathe a little easier. Who knew the summit would stir up this much trouble?
Your time on the... Come on, Gene Trash.
Locked and loaded. Come and get it.
You're no match for me. I can't take anymore. No!
What's your We'll fight to the death for the Templar cause! No! It burns! No! It burns!
fighting.
I'm ready for you.
You must have no idea who you're messing with. I will keep this area secure. You must have no idea who you're messing with.
Are we going to...
I don't know where he is, but he'd better show up soon. The facility here is being raided by the Templars. So far we're holding our own, but I don't know how much longer that will last. This may be my last transmission.